One man is dead, and a former Wendy's keeper and his wife injured following a two-car smash-up. 3 houses parked lit for Christmas. And coming up in sports, the Windies lose their ODI series with India after a valiant fight.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC Newsnight, starting now.
I'm Shane Jones, leading the news at 7. Another Barbadian has died on the island's roads. 37-year-old Michael McLean of First Avenue, Rockley, Christchurch, lost his life this morning after his vehicle collided with a car driven by former Barbados captain and West Indies Test player Courtney Brown. Brown's car was traveling in the opposite direction along Bennett's Road, St. Thomas. He suffered a broken leg, while his wife, Tricia Brown, who was a passenger in the vehicle, complained of chest and abdominal pains. Both were taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for treatment by ambulance. Sister of the deceased, Monica Edwards, told CBC her brother Michael was very ambitious and loving. She also recounted the last moments she spent with him.
I would have been privileged to be with him yesterday as we celebrated the life of his grandmother, Phyllis Eudora McLean, over at the Church of God in Speightstown yesterday afternoon. And it is a very difficult time because as there are all of his family members here, we are trying our best to cope with the loss. We know that God is sovereign and He will get us through this. I want for us to remember Michael as a young man who knew much adversity. However, he was very determined to be the best that he can be.
Mrs. Edwards said her brother was very active in church and the community.
He was a self-taught musician. He played the keyboard at our church, Bethel Pentecostal Church, both at Greenwiches and Lowlands. And Michael, you could find him with a weed whacker, just tidying up people's homes, including mine. And Michael just loved people. He loved people. Very young, passionate, very respectful young man.
The National Insurance Department is moving to become more efficient in the new year by utilizing more technology in its operations. Acting Director Jennifer Hunt says this will be one of the steps taken to improve its customer service delivery.
As 2020 beckons, we focus on increasing contributions and compliance to ensure the sustainability of the National Insurance Fund, while embracing technology in government's going digital thrust. This will assist us in achieving higher levels of efficiency in our customer service delivery.
The acting NIS director made the disclosure at its annual Christmas party held at George Washington House. Mrs. Hunt also praised staff members for their diligence throughout the year, especially when handling the increased number of claims.
For the period January to October 31st, 2019, the department received 62,364 benefit claims, compared with 52,287 for the similar period in 2018. The staff, however, redoubled their efforts, cooperated with management strategies, and succeeded in achieving even higher levels of production as service to the public remained paramount. Thanks to your diligence, the claims carried forward at October 31st, 2019 total 9,149, compared with 26,733 at October 31st.
Young people must understand how critical their role is to the development of Barbados. This was the message of Minister of Youth and Community Empowerment Adrian Ford as he addressed the graduation ceremony of the Barbados Youth Advance Corps at Paragon. Speaking to the 366 young people who completed the residential program of the Barbados Youth Advance Corps, Minister Ford reminded them to never lose self-belief.
What I see before me displayed in terms of the visual arts and culture, I saw persons and I told my PS just now, why haven't these persons entered our BH3 world? Because I see world-class standard here before me today. And I want to applaud you for that. I see persons that could represent Barbados across the globe today.
The youth minister assured the graduates that government stands ready to partner with them.
You have given us, as a government, hope, because we now understand how we can relate to our young people. We understand that partnership is an important cog in your ability to succeed, and that we must partner you in a way where we embrace you. There's a saying that nothing for the young people unless you involve the young people, and that saying is true.
The participants were trained in a number of areas, with one of them being the arts. One of the facilitators, Winston Farrell, said that the arts also bring a sense of discipline with a softer approach than military drills.
Engenders team building. It also allows for concentration, helping to develop their concentration, their confidence. It is overall tool of personal social development.
232 males and 134 females graduated.